Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of a creature that most of us love to hate, but that is undeniably one of nature's greatest survivors. That's right, we're talking about cockroaches. Now before you click away in disgust, stick around. We promise you'll learn some mind-blowing facts that might just change the way you see these creepy crawlies. From their incredible resilience to their surprising abilities, get ready to have your mind blown. Let's get started. To kick things off, let's talk about just how ancient these critters are. When we say cockroaches are old, we mean really asterisk old. Fossil evidence shows that cockroaches have been scurrying around our planet for at least 320 million years. To put that into perspective, they were here long before the dinosaurs even showed up. They roamed the Earth when it was a single supercontinent called Pangaea, and they've survived pretty much every mass extinction event that has occurred since, including the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. This means the cockroach you might see in your kitchen comes from a lineage that has outlasted countless other species. Their basic body plan has remained remarkably unchanged over all those eons, a testament to its incredible success. This long history has given them plenty of time to evolve the incredible survival skills that make them so notoriously difficult to get rid of today. One of the most famous and widely circulated facts about cockroaches is their supposed ability to survive a nuclear apocalypse. While this is a bit of an exaggeration, there is a kernel of truth to it. Cockroaches are incredibly resistant to radiation compared to humans. An average person can withstand a radiation dose of about 400 to 1,000 rads. After that, things get pretty grim. American cockroach, on the other hand, can tolerate radiation levels up to 6,400 rads without kicking the bucket. Some studies have shown certain species can handle even higher doses. Their resilience comes down to their biology. Cockroach cells divide much more slowly than human cells, typically only when they molt, which might be about once a week. Since radiation is most damaging to rapidly dividing cells, this slow cycle gives them a significant advantage. So, while they probably wouldn't be the only survivors of a full-blown nuclear war, some insects like fruit flies are even more resistant. They would certainly fare much better than we would. Let's move on to another gruesome but fascinating piece of cockroach trivia: their ability to live without a head. This isn't just a myth, it's a scientifically proven fact. If you were to decapitate a cockroach, it wouldn't die immediately from blood loss or neurological shock like a human would. Cockroaches don't have a high-pressure circulatory system, so when they get a wound, their blood simply clots at the site, preventing them from bleeding out. More importantly, their brain isn't centralized in their head the way ours is. They have clusters of nerve tissue, called ganglia, distributed throughout their body segments, which control basic functions like movement and reflexes. The head contains the main brain, but the body can function on a rudimentary level without it. A headless cockroach can still stand, react to touch, and even walk around. It will eventually die, but not for days or even weeks. The ultimate cause of death is usually starvation, dehydration, or infection, since it no longer has a mouth to eat or drink. It's a creepy but undeniably impressive survival mechanism. Speaking of eating, cockroaches are the opposite of picky eaters. They are omnivorous scavengers with a digestive system that can handle almost anything organic. Their menu includes the usual suspects, like leftover food, crumbs, and garbage. But their culinary tastes get much weirder. They will happily munch on things like glue from book bindings, soap, toothpaste, wallpaper paste, and even shed skin and hair. In desperate times, they'll eat cardboard, their own shed exoskeletons, and even other dead or weakened cockroaches. This ability to find nourishment in things we would never consider food is a key reason why they can thrive in so many different environments, from pristine homes to filthy sewers. Their gut contains specialized bacteria and protozoa that help them break down tough, low-nutrient materials like cellulose, turning what would be inedible for us into a life-sustaining meal. This culinary flexibility makes them masters of survival in any human-made environment. Now, let's talk about their speed. If you've ever tried to catch a cockroach, you know they are shockingly fast. An American cockroach can run at speeds of up to 3.4 miles per hour. That might not sound like much, but when you scale it up to human size, it's equivalent to a person running at over 200 miles per hour. They can cover a distance of 50 times their body length in a single second. This incredible speed is their primary defense mechanism, allowing them to dart away from danger in the blink of an eye. They are also incredibly agile. Their legs are covered in tiny sensory hairs that can detect the slightest change in air currents, like the one created by your approaching hand or shoe. This gives them a split-second head start to escape. They can also change direction on a dime and squeeze their bodies through impossibly tight spaces, making them masters of escape. One of the more surprising facts about cockroaches is that they are social creatures. While we tend to think of them as solitary pests, studies have shown that they actually prefer to live in groups. They communicate with each other using chemical signals called pheromones, which are found in their feces. These signals help them find each other, form aggregations, and even make collective decisions. For example, when cockroaches find a new food source or a safe place to shelter, they leave behind these chemical trails for others to follow. Research has shown that cockroaches raised in groups develop differently than those raised in isolation. They mature faster and are more robust. This group behavior helps them to locate mates, avoid predators, and exploit resources more efficiently. So when you see one cockroach, it's a safe bet that there are many, many more hiding nearby, all part of a complex and cooperative community. Breathing is another area where cockroaches are unique. Unlike us, they don't have lungs or a nose. Instead, they breathe through a series of small holes along the sides of their bodies called spiracles. These spiracles are connected to a network of tubes called trachea that deliver oxygen directly to their cells. This system is incredibly efficient and also allows them to do something remarkable: hold their breath for a very long time. A cockroach can hold its breath for up to 40 minutes. They often do this to conserve water, as opening their spiracles can lead to moisture loss. This ability also allows them to survive being submerged in water for around 30 minutes. So, trying to flush a cockroach down the toilet isn't always a guaranteed method of disposal. It might just hold its breath, survive the journey, and crawl back out through the pipes. Finally, let's discuss their reproductive prowess, which is a major reason why they are such successful pests. Cockroaches are prolific breeders. A single female German cockroach, one of the most common household pests, can produce hundreds of offspring in her lifetime. She carries her eggs in a protective case called an ootheca. She can produce a new ootheca every few weeks, with each one containing up to 48 eggs. The math is staggering. Under ideal conditions, a single pair of German cockroaches could theoretically lead to a population of hundreds of thousands in just 1 year. Some species also exhibit a fascinating reproductive strategy called parthenogenesis, where a female can produce offspring without a male. This means that even a single female cockroach stowaway in a grocery bag can be enough to start a full-blown infestation. Their rapid life cycle and sheer reproductive numbers make controlling their populations a significant challenge. So there you have it, from surviving decapitation to their surprising social lives. Cockroaches are far more complex and fascinating than we often give them credit for. They are masterpieces of evolution, perfectly adapted to survive and thrive in a world that is constantly changing. While we may never want to find them in our homes, we have to admit they've earned a certain level of respect for their incredible resilience and adaptability. What's the most surprising fact you learned today? Let us know down in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.